chicken fried, and cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Oh, yeah! Woo! Air horn. John Reap here. John to the air horn Reap. What's up? Happy Friday, everybody. Don't eat Tide Pods. Listen to the Fried Pod. You're listening to another awesome, amazing episode of the Fried Pod. I'm your host, John Reap. You know that already, I hope. If you're new, welcome. Welcome to the Fried Pod. Returning listeners, good to see you again. Thanks for coming back. We're out there. This is episode 73, I think. I'm not sure. But just want to say thanks. I was in Fort Worth, Texas, doing a gig at Hyena's Comedy Club this past weekend. Had a blast. But all the shows were packed except for one late show Friday night. But I got a standing ovation one night. That was great. Had a good time. Fort Worth's always fun. Good people. Worked with the comedian David Smalley. We'll get to that in a second. But real quick, popsicle update. You want to know what's going on with my dad? Good news. He had a great day today. Actually saw him get up and with the help of one person walk down the hallway. So that was good. He's going to get that peg tube taken out pretty soon. That's how they give you a feeding tube through the stomach. And they're going to take that thing totally out because they have to do a surgery to get it in. So they're going to, he's eating regular food through the mouth. So, but they still have that peg thing in there. So they're going to take that out pretty soon. But he's getting better, slowly, baby steps. So thank you all for the positive words and encouragement and prayers and thoughts and all that good stuff. Positive energy into the universe, whatever it is you do. Thank you for that. I'm doing my TV show Hickory Live pretty soon. That's coming up February 21. Going to shoot that at Sims Barbecue. That's right. Actually, we're doing the 20th and 21st. We're doing like 2 days of it just to make sure we get everything right. But that's going to be at Sims Barbecue. You want to be a part of my TV show? I started a Kickstarter page. So if you want to be a part of it, you can donate and get your name in the credits or possibly get a shout out on the show. I mean, it depends on how much money you give and what level, what kind of reward you get. So there is a Kickstarter page. So if you're looking for that, if you go to my Facebook page, I put it right up there on the top. It's also on Instagram. Kickstarter. You look for Hickory Live, John Reap, you'll find it. And you can donate. And we're shooting that. It's going to be like a scaled-down Tonight show. Basically, I'm the host. We're shooting it at a barn. I'm coming out to Cloggers. I got a bluegrass band. It's my house band. I got a guy named Tim Sherrill, classic old-school redneck dude. He's going to be my announcer. I'm going to have him off to the side in a recliner eating barbecue. And he's going to be he's doing the Facebook Live while we're doing the show. We're having Brad Paisley, Michael Waltrip, who else? Lots of people Skyping in. We're going to have the mayor of Hickory on. We're going to talk about him and Hickory, and you're going to get to know everything. So it's going to be great. So I'm looking forward to doing that. That's going to be February 21st, Sims Barbecue. What else can I tell you? Rate this podcast, please. I don't know how you're listening to this. There's many ways that you could listen to it, but if there's a way that you could give us a thumbs up or a heart, that'd be nice. Get the word out there. Rate it. Rate us. Review us. Yeah, write something up. Rate, review, subscribe, and share. That's always fun to do. And my next gig, I'm not doing stand up until the March the 8th and 9th. I'll be and 10th. March 8, 9, 10, Atlanta, Georgia. Going to be at the Punchline Comedy Club. Till then, I'm right here in Hickory. I'm working on Hickory Live. I'm getting Dad better. And I'm taking care of Mama in the house. So there you go. Appreciate you. And in this episode, I sit down with another comedian. We did this in a green room in Fort Worth, Hyena's. Y'all check this out with David Smalley. You are lit and live, and you get a silky smooth voice.
Hey there, welcome. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, that silky smooth voice you hear is one David Smalley. Jesus Christ. We're rolling. We're live. Well, I say rolling. Well, there's no tape in here. We are recording.
I wonder how many of those terms are we still holding on to?
Know, right.
Recording's still a thing because you're making a record.
Right.
But it's not being put on a record.
No.
But it's going on record.
It's all ones and zeros.
It's all ones and zeros, getting it on.
Getting it on. So we are in the green room right now at the Fort Worth Hyenas. We've got like an hour before the show time.
Yes, sir.
We're both sipping on some. You got me under this here. This
I got you hooked, man.
Zero Ultra Monster Energy drink.
Yep, and one of my producers that's no longer with me because he's in Fort Worth, and when I moved to L.A. From Fort Worth, he had to stay here.
Yeah.
He got me on these. But yeah, the white, they're zero sugar, 0 calories, tons of energy.
Citrusy.
It's about the same caffeine as having 2 cups of coffee.
This would be better than the sugar-free Red Bull and vodka that I do.
Oh, hell yeah.
This has already got the citrus stuff in there.
Yeah.
So I'm a fan, buddy.
Yeah, cool. I'm glad you like it now.
And there's so many different flavors of these damn things now. I feel like, but bars only have the Red Bull.
Red Bull, yep, every time.
If you had the cheap stuff that some bars have that comes out of the gun, that's
No.
not. It's some knockoff called like Lion or Red Lion or something.
Oh,
it's horrible. I don't understand. I guess there's a reason for why bars don't have more diet stuff. All they got's Diet Coke. That's it. I don't think they got Diet Sprite most places. In terms of diet in that gun, it's just Diet Coke. Really?
Yeah, that's
or
it.
Diet Pepsi.
Maybe Diet Pepsi.
We need more variety. Anyway, David here, very funny guy from this area.
Hell yeah.
I just heard you say out loud, and I already know this. You didn't start comedy here. You started in L.A.
Yeah.
And then, walk us through your career, buddy.
Oh, my God.
Well, I don't know. Where do we start? Burleson?
No, I did. Here's the truth. I did comedy one time in Dallas.
Yeah.
13, 14 years ago.
Yeah.
And I went up for like 90 seconds, completely bombed, and went, I probably should have wrote some stuff down, and then just went home.
Yeah.
But then I toured doing, because I got into radio, and I would give speeches and talks on different things, and I would always write jokes into. So I've been working on my stage presence and stuff, so it's not really, it's weird. I wasn't doing clubs, I wasn't on the scene, I wasn't on the road.
Well, let's start with the radio then. How'd you get that going?
There was a thing called internet radio before podcasting existed.
Yes.
And you would have internet radio, and then you could just go back and listen to it later with a link.
Yeah.
And that
was before they called it pod. It wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't a name yet.
Well, right.
2002,
But
2003.
really nothing's really changed. I mean, this is internet radio.
Right, it is. But internet, like, it was streaming live. They
Right.
could listen, they could call in, they could be interactive, and it was done from a radio station.
And you did that
streaming
where?
through the web in Dallas at a place called musicians.net.
Oh, okay.
Old school
What year
radio
was that?
station. What's that?
What year was that?
I think we started at the end of 2002.
Okay.
And went into 2003, and I had that show for 2 years. And it was called the Smalls and Ill Show.
Okay.
I was Smalls, and my partner was Ill, short for illustrious. and we brought
I
in.
never would have guessed that.
We brought in.
I thought he was gonna be like he's dope.
He's dope and sick.
Yeah,
It was illustrious. and his name was Mario. Let's cut the shit. And so we would bring in comedians.
Yeah.
And hip hop artists, like underground rappers, and we would play their music or play their bits on the show, and then just roast the hell out of them.
Oh, fun.
And then at the end of the month, we would bring back everybody who was on the show and have a big showcase and let them perform for our audience.
Did they know that that's what they were getting into?
Yeah. Oh, they knew.
Okay.
And I mean, we would have them not even submit it beforehand. We'd be like, all right, kind of like an audition process where you're like, hey, here's my pitch, here's my album. And we would start right off the bat with like the cover.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you just write some shit on a Sharpie with a Sharpie?
Right.
This is horse shit. What is this? I mean, we roasted them the entire time. It was a blast.
And they knew that going in.
They knew going
in. So they
in.
didn't. They weren't like caught off guard.
No.
Did anybody ever get like not take it well? Couldn't take the joke? Get mad?
No, not really. They would just laugh.
Yeah.
But and you have to understand too. Also at that time, a lot of those guys that were doing that, they were in the rap battles.
Yeah.
So they were
right.
used to.
That's
it's
the
a lot
thing
like
anyway.
the Comedy Central roast battles. Like
Right.
you got to know going in that nothing is off limits. I mean,
Wow. So how did you get that idea? I mean, what made you even want to do an internet radio show?
Oh man! So
I want to know from the very beginning.
This is where you're going to learn something about me that you don't know yet.
Okay.
And I hope it doesn't change your opinion about me, John.
Oh no, I don't know. We'll see where it goes.
So I had a blog, called Dogma Debate, where I would post stuff about religion, and go, I used to be really religious. I'm kind of getting out of it. Here's some problems I had with the Bible. What do you guys think? And Christians and Muslims and atheists would all come to my thing, and they would have these discussions. And I kept seeing all the other places it would get really nasty.
Yeah.
And I wanted to create a place where people could have respectful dialogue about these sensitive ideas.
Right.
And so anytime somebody would get nasty, no matter what side they were on, instead of deleting the comment and blocking the person, I would reply and say, do you think that's the best way to get them to understand where you're coming from? Mm-hmm. And usually they would go, you know what, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have acted that way. And so this forum, this online place to have ideas became like a safe place to be like, here's how I feel about gay marriage. And atheists would go, that's terrible that you're saying that. And they'd go, you know what, you believe that because it's how you're raised. Here's my viewpoint. And we would end up having a pretty good discussion about it.
So what year was that then? That's before their internet radio show.
Yeah, this was
2000?
No. This was a little bit after that because I had done voiceover work before.
In Dallas?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 97.9 The Beat. I used to be one of the voiceover.
Okay.
Yeah.
97.9 The Beat.
Yo, you listen to 97.9 The Beat, the hip hop station.
You got a great voice, man.
Everybody thought it was a black dude.
Right. I can see that. I shut my eyes and that's what I saw.
You want to try? Want to try it again?
You do it and I'll try to copy you.
Okay. Yo, what's good? You listening to 97.9 The Beat, the hip hop station.
Okay. Yo, what's good? You listening to the 97.3 The Beat station.
Close enough.
That was not bad. I had to close my eyes though.
Yeah. And so what I started doing is that there were so many comments that that website started getting like about 50 to 60,000 hits a night. And I mean, 8,000 comments, and I couldn't keep up anymore replying.
Yeah.
And so I started recording my responses to people and be like, Trigger Guy 41, you said this, here's my thoughts on that. And then Sarah, you said this, here's my response to that. And I would just put it out as a podcast. And so I called that podcast Dogma Debate.
Right.
To be like, here's the thing.
So
and then,
Dogma Debate came out of the blog Dogma.
Yeah.
But before that was 97 something The Beat.
Yeah, and there was a TV station out here called UATV, Urban America Television.
Right.
And I started off as their computer guy.
Oh wow.
And then one day they were like, we need a voiceover for this thing. We need a placeholder for it. And I was like, I'll make the video for you guys since I know how to work the equipment.
Right.
And then I was like, but you have to do the voiceover first.
Yep.
In order to get the
So you
timing.
know what the yeah.
So I was by myself. I knew how to work all the audio equipment. So I went into the booth. I recorded the voiceover, and it was just going to be a placeholder until we could hire a voiceover guy.
Right.
And I went into the booth and I went, "You're watching KHPK channel 28."
Oh man!
Snipped it out, went and put it in the video, and showed it to the vice president of operations, and he goes, "Perfect, air it." And I went, "No. Oh, this is just a sample. That's not what. This is just a sample." And he goes, "No, do it. Whoever that guy is, let's pay him." And I went, "Okay."
Oh, he's expensive, I've heard.
Yeah, he might charge up to $15 an hour. And that's what they paid me.
That's awesome.
$15 an hour. And that's what I did. I was their IT guy. I did video editing. I did voice work.
So now, did you go to school for that?
No, none of it.
How did you learn that
self-taught,
stuff?
Man, I was broke and couldn't afford to have my computers fixed.
So you just
I was fixing my mama's computer
at
in
home,
1998.
just doing it yourself, like a tinkerer?
Yep.
Messing around?
Yep. And ended up making a whole career out of that. And then now, Dogma Debate is I invite people of varying religious beliefs into my studio, and we sit and talk about it in a really respectful, fun way. I enter a lot of humor into it.
Sure.
We keep it light, but we get a lot of stuff done. And now I'm with Podcast One. We record in Beverly Hills. I moved to L.A.
Boom.
It's my full-time job, man. I work 3 hours a week. I can't complain.
And thank you for having me on your podcast.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, dude.
I got to go to your studio there in Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
I love what you do. I didn't know you as a stand-up.
Right.
I came in to do your radio thing, and then you asked me to come do the belly room at the comedy store in L.A., and I was like, "Oh, this guy's good."
Cool, man. That means
and
a
I
lot
love
to
that
me, man.
you're bringing family out here to the show. You said your mom's coming the first show.
My mama's coming for the first time. Well, dude, it means a lot to me that you say that. And I'm just going to put that on record
Yes.
here. Dude, you're
Funny guy.
You're a big deal to me, man. I'm a fan.
Well, thanks.
I was a fan of you before I realized I wanted to do comedy.
No
I don't know if you
kidding.
heard me say that last night.
Yeah,
To
I like
the
it,
drunk
though.
guy. The drunk guy that was like, David, you killed it. John, you'll be there someday.
No,
I was
I
like,
said-
what is no?
I said,
Stop
I'll get
that."
him next time.
He was full of shit. He was just, I think he was messing around. There's no way.
That guy was coked up.
Dude, he was out of his mind.
Him and his
you
little
were,
wife.
Dude, you're phenomenal. And I've always been a
thank you,
fan.
brother.
Because I remember the first time I saw your first Comedy Central Presents. Was it 2009 maybe? 2000
Presents was probably 2004.
Oh wow.
I think the half hour.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Because I moved to LA in 2000. Dodge commercials 2002, and then right after was the Present. So it was like 3 or 4 maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the order
Okay.
of that. But
well, when I saw that and the first time the Hickory thing came out, when you were shaking your head doing the Hickory thing,
right.
that I was, and then is that the same one where you told the story, the swimming pool story?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the only one that's recorded, audio and video of me telling that pool story.
Dude, so that I absolutely fell in love with that at that point. And I was like, his material, that's it. I was like, my new favorite comic. And I was big into stand-up comedy as a fan.
Yeah.
And then I remember hearing the name John Reap, and then probably a year later, I was like, I want to go see a comedian. I'm going to go see if anybody's in town. I was like, what's that guy's name that I like? And I was like, oh, yeah, John Reap. So I went to Google, and I was like, JOHN REAP.
Yes, I hate
couldn't
that.
find you, and I was
Yeah.
like, damn it. REAPE? How do
Right.
we REEP? I couldn't find. Finally, I found you. I was like, that's a weird way to spell a name.
There's so many ways to.
Yeah.
I hate that, man. I should change my name.
Yeah, no, it's cool now. 'Cause I think
It's hard to find. Yeah,
but it's the
everyone
simplest way to spell it if you think about it.
Yeah, reap. That sounds
R-E-P.
creep without the C.
Yeah.
and then John
is the-
that you don't need that H.
No, you don't.
It's unnecessary.
It simplifies it. So
Well, I want to say this. I respect how you got into how your business, what you do now. I respect that because when I went to school at North Carolina State University, I was a mass communication, theater, public, and interpersonal communication major. And I only chose that because I thought it'd be easy. I swear to God, I didn't have a love for theater. I thought, like, I barely got into this school. I got to pick something easy. I don't know what to do. What are the athletes doing? They're usually pretty stupid. Oh, theater, I'll do that. So that's why I did it. And then I got in there. I was like, oh, people think I'm good at this. This is cool. But I got an internship at a TV station, okay, like a PBS of North Carolina.
okay.
Running cameras, teleprompters, sound equipment, audio, all that stuff, right? And so I learned how to do that shit. And then when I was doing stand-up at night, I got to the point where I was like, I had a good 30, right? And I was featuring one weekend, and I had, I had access to all this great equipment. I made my own half-hour special pretty much for $0, and with high-definition cameras, 3 of them. I made a 3-camera shoot at a comedy club, and I had 2 levels of audio. I had one in the audience, one on me, and I cranked it up. I had graphics put in. It looked like what was this on? I just made the whole thing up, and I could make. We had racks of VHS tapes. We could record 30 at one time. And so I just made copies on recycled VHS tapes, and I just sent it to every address I could get for it that had that was a comedy club.
wow.
And slowly stuff came in. So I like you, I just sort of learned how to do the craft and did it
forced
myself.
Yeah.
So I think that's cool.
Dude, that is cool.
Yeah.
That is. Yeah, so to hear you say you're a funny dude, it means a lot to me because I
Yeah.
followed your career for a while and I think you're hilarious. So,
Thanks,
and
buddy.
I'm loving featuring for you right now. So
Well, and we have another guy just walked. Did you bring your stuff? So now you got a full green room right here, folks. You got feature, MC, headliner, all chilling together.
as a happy family.
My man Parker right here.
I feel bad. Every time I go up, I forget to say keep it going for Parker.
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't know why. I'm so bad about that.
That's just I've gotten used to that's just my go-to thing.
No,
Do you have a
everybody-
mic too, Parker? Okay, cool.
It really should be everybody's go-to, and I just don't. I keep telling Parker every time I come off stage, I go, man, I'm sorry, I should have said. He's like, it's fine, don't worry about it. I'm like, no, it's not okay. I'm an asshole.
Last night was, they always say Friday's second show's the hardest one.
God,
And
that ain't no shit.
that was a lot of fun last night. I
Some
mean,
people
first show, look, we had a great Thursday show. It was packed. Everyone loved it. Good times.
Yep.
Friday
Friday,
first show, packed.
You got a standing ovation.
Oh, that's right. I
Friday first show. But they made you feel really awkward.
It was weird because I hadn't had one in a minute. I hadn't had one in a while.
One guy in the very front in a red shirt stood up.
Like
and
immediately.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, hey. And I just went ahead and high-fived him. And then I turned back around, and then somebody else, before you know it, people just started popping up. And I was like,
maybe we should do that.
I'm not
Let's just
gonna-
pay one dude to stand up in the front.
yeah, every time.
See if we can start a standing ovation.
Dude, I've seen comedians put the seed in the audience's head
Yeah, I've
about
seen
like it's crazy. The crowds have been great. You guys, I love your city. I've been getting standing O's every night. But it just says it, and then at the end, people go like, "Oh, I guess we should do that."
Yeah.
Because he said he's
So
doing
fake.
it, and we did like it. Yeah. So I hate that. But
I think you got the standing ovation because of your impeccable timing of your closing bit.
Oh, the pour some sugar on me,
Dude, it's
cruising
it's
bit.
Listen, people out there who just watch and are fans of yours, they watch it and go, "That's funny." As comics, Parker and I are back there watching, going, "Hold on a second. There's a timing situation going on here that is so professional because there's talking in between, and then back to the mouthing of the lyrics, and then talking, and then back to the mouthing of the lyrics, and it's you must have done that damn thing 200 times in order to have it down, but it's so tight, it's so professional." And as comics, Parker and I were back there going,
I had to figure out a closer. I used to. All right, here's the history on that. I used to be called the Hickory Dance Machine before I was anything. At Charlie Goodnight's Comedy Club, I would go on stage and I'd make fun of dancing by dancing. So I would walk. They'd play music. I'd get up there and I'd just start dancing around. It's stupid shit like here's a shovel, here's a rake, and blah 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 blah. And it just grew and grew. So I'd start dancing at the beginning, and I'd do some comedy. I'd dance in the middle, and I'd close with dancing. And I always liked having a nice big closer. And I thought, like, I'm getting old. I can't copyright this music. I can't ever do this on TV. And I was like, I got to think of something different. So I started like, well, cruising is one thing. I did want to talk about my brother's car and my car and small town life and that kind of stuff. And we did just ride around in circles, from putt to Burger King, back and forth and waving at girls. And I thought, well, let's just put that to music. And then, well, what's the best song back then? It's Def Leppard, Pour Some Sugar on Me. Whether you like it or not, you know that song, right? Yeah. And so I just did it over and over and over and whittled it down to what it is today. But
in its current
it took
form,
a long time.
In its current form, how long have you done that?
Let's see here. Probably at least 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That explains a lot, Parker.
Yeah.
I mean, that voice you hear in there is Parker. What's up, buddy?
The
What's
MC of
happening,
the show.
man?
What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
Sounds good. I hadn't even heard you. I want to make sure the mic.
Okay, nice. Is it working?
It's working great.
Levels are good? Yeah.
Yeah, Parker and I would look at each other like, how the hell?
Yeah.
Like, that's so, I don't know. It's like, we're like, we make people laugh. Me and you make people laugh. John's up there hosting a damn seminar, and we're going, shit.
Yeah, right.
Okay, I thought I was good. When I got off stage, I felt pretty good about myself, but John's making me feel like hell right now.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you had that one fan at the end, remember?
I did have one fan. That
got
one
one?
guy out
Nice.
of, how many people have been through here? 900 over the weekend, but that one dude really liked
I was
me.
going to say
That's
that.
good.
I really admired the way you handled the drunk crowd the second show. So
I was worried about that because I thought I was a little rough with him. I tried to easy at first. I tried to be
you
funny
did.
at first.
You were nice. You were
I was
like,
making a joke.
You did. This is great, by the way. Every comedian listening to this should approach this way, and you did do this.
Cool.
Where you said, "Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, should I mic that table?"
Yeah.
Like you engage,
Yeah.
like you make it like you're not yelling at them, but you make them aware that it's a problem, and you're like, "Please be nice." Blah blah blah.
Well, here's the reason I took that approach, so that they understand why that it kind of works. Usually, these fuckers are out of it. But it's because the reason people are doing that is they, in their demented minds, think that they're going to get the whole crowd on their side and be the hero to the night.
Stupid.
So when I ask the question, should I put a mic on that table? The rest of the crowd goes, no.
Right.
So they know that's everybody's way of telling you to shut
Right,
up.
yeah.
Right. And
Yeah, you get the crowd on your side.
Right.
It's great.
Right.
I do something similar. This works. Like if it's a crowd talking like that, I'll go like, "Oh, hey, sorry." I'm like, and they'll stop and look at me like, I go, "Oh, I'm sorry. Was I being too loud?"
That's good.
And I look at them
Yeah.
like, "Don't you hate it when you go to a comedy club and you're just trying to talk to your friends, and then all of a sudden some stupid comedians with the microphone shows up being loud.
That's brilliant.
That's great.
And they go, oh, and the crowd's like, ah. I was like, listen, I don't care. I can go over here and talk. You guys, whatever. And then, they'll get the message or they won't. And then round 2 is why, seriously, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's what I had to eventually. I said, look, the other way I did it, I was like, there are people around you who bought tickets to enjoy this show.
Right.
And they're hearing you instead of the show. Okay? So think about that. And then I stopped. And then the third time, I was like, hey, seriously, shut the fuck up. I don't know what else to say to you.
That's the perfect order.
And you know what? And you know what I was thinking too? I was thinking, I don't want John, because as a feature,
right.
I know that I want the crowd to know how the expectation when the headliner comes up. And I've done it for Jay as well. Whatever's going on, I want them, I'll get into the battle with them so that they either get tossed out or shut the hell up so that you have the best audience you can get.
And I was sitting back there. Parker was with me. I was like, okay, thank God. I was so happy that you did that.
Cool.
And then that was one side. And then the other side was this weird Harley Davidson vest guy. Who one guy was being loud, and the other guys were like just. I couldn't tell in the back of the room that they were that loud, but I know when you're on stage, it's different. The loud table was the one that you addressed first.
Yeah.
And then there was that one guy, the Harley Davidson guy, who was like, you said he probably drives a Ford Fiesta or something.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Well, when Parker was on stage, I went and told the manager. I was like, there's a dude on stage right that's giving Parker shit, and he's loud.
Yeah.
And he's okay, I'll go watch. He came and stood with his arms folded, and the dude didn't make a noise all 4 minutes. He was standing there. And then the manager walks out, and as soon as he walks out, the guy's like, fucking shit, hell, dumb shit. I was like, oh, God.
Classic.
So then I get up there, and he's doing the same thing. But he wasn't even making eye contact. He was like staring through the floor. He was hammered.
Yeah.
He was hammered.
Yeah, he was hammered. And then, so you handled it, thank God. And you had a great rest of your set. And then I thought, okay, that's over. And this is not Parker's fault, but the club makes him do it here, where you got to do a blowjob
That's
shot
right, yeah.
on stage with 2 people.
It's the worst.
It's like David just nailed it. It's over. We've nipped it in the bud. No more problems. And then here, all right, let's get Randy and Travis up here and do some blowjob shots. I'm like, no. But you handled that great, and it was fine.
It's
That's
still
just
like,
the club does that.
Yeah.
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 I even told you, I was like, this is not your fault. I know you.
Right,
This
yeah.
is
I
your
was like,
job.
I don't want to do this. I was like, after we tell the crowd to be quiet, let's just bring them up here and make them feel like they're part of the show.
Let's get them loud again.
Yeah.
Mixed signals, huh?
Right.
But then so when I got up there, it was fine. And then the Harley Davidson side, at some point within 10 minutes, they just sort of got up and left.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, good. And I kind of made like I forgot even what I said, a little joke about that. And then, and I thought that was over, right? And then the dude comes back, right? The main Harley guy, sits back down and gets on the phone. I'm like, you were already outside. Why are you going to come back here and get on the phone?
It's the people he was with called him. Where are you?
Yeah.
I decided I want to see some stand-up comedy. Y'all were being rude.
I can't find my phone. Oh, that was class. And then he finally he left again.
And the big table I was yelling at, by the way, about maybe 8 minutes into your set, finally security came over, and I saw him. He leaned down. It's going to be great for your podcast audience that can't see me.
Right.
But he leans down, and he points with both fingers and goes, you got to get the hell out. And he points like, get out.
Yeah.
And I just see the dude go, no. He just shakes his head no like this. I was like, is he from Hickory? I couldn't tell. I was like, is that a sideways or ashamed? I couldn't tell.
It's contagious.
Yeah. And he's like, no, I'm not going anywhere. And he points again, and they say they're not going anywhere. So security gets up and walks out. They called the police on those folks.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then they came back in and said, the cops are here, and you can either walk out and talk to them, or they will come in here and drag you out. So they got up and walked out single file. They were refusing to pay their tab.
Oh.
They were refusing to listen. It was awful.
Now, okay, then you saw this happen out here. At
Yeah,
the bar
yeah,
area.
then they
What
brought
did
them
these? How many people was it?
4,
What
I
do you-
think.
4?
4 or 5.
4 or 5, yeah.
Like
And-
guys, girls. What's the mix? What's the
I would say
ratio?
I think 3 dudes, 2
3
girls.
dudes, 2 girls, really
something
young,
like that.
college
They're
crowd.
like,
Young.
like 22.
Entitled.
Yeah,
wrong
that's
with your
exactly what
generation,
I don't
man?
know, man. I was pretty
the hell?
embarrassed. I was like, guys, you're not helping the whole
Millennial thing.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah. Thanks
Dude-
for handling that.
The dude called the door guy the N-word on the way out. Hard-hearted.
Oh.
I didn't hear.
Yeah.
Which
was
one
like-
said that? The
The
one with
guy
the
in
Harley?
the silk shirt.
Oh,
No,
the
really big
young
dude?
The
The
young
really-
dude in the silk shirt.
The
yeah.
silk.
Oh, he had a silk shirt.
He did.
He looked
had
like
a
he
silk
grave robbed
paisley
Michael
shirt
Jackson.
on.
It was all. He looked like he grave robbed Michael Jackson. It was like
Yeah.
this really sparkly silk.
Interesting. Very passive aggressive person.
Right, yeah.
You can't
Weird.
dress festive with silk shirts and then be an asshole.
You can't?
That's mixed signals again.
It is.
It's weird.
I thought this guy be jolly.
Yeah.
Well, on the way into the second show, there was a small Asian lady coming out, and I hadn't even been in the club yet. I was walking in through the karaoke part, and this lady, she was angry, and she was like stumbling. She goes, "How do I get out of here?" And I said, I keep going that way. You're on the right track. And then that's when he's like, "Oh yeah," they just kind of kicked her out.
Yeah, like before I finished my first bit, she was out of the room because she was just like, ah! And just, that's it. That's all she'd do.
Good Lord.
Scream. Yeah.
See, and maybe that's why when I went up and said, "Which one of you tables is going to start shit?" it got a bigger laugh. I didn't expect that big of a laugh. I expected
Right,
kind of a
yeah.
chuckle. It was a big laugh, and I thought, "That's killing. Why is that doing so good?"
Was that the first show or second?
That was the
show?
first show. Yeah.
First show. Yeah, that was the
Okay,
very
well,
first
I'm
show.
glad they got that one out there before.
Yeah,
way
yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Man. All
Yeah,
right.
and so fortunately, all that happened, and the last probably half hour of your set was pretty interrupted free. I think.
yeah. It was coast.
And there was even some couples in the back that were talking. It's weird.
Right,
It's
yeah.
almost like you have an amazing crowd or an absolute shit crowd.
Yeah.
It's hardly ever just.
It's the ones who probably somehow got like a Groupon free ticket situation who have
Right.
nothing invested in the show.
I just don't understand showing up and then just having a conversation.
I've never got that either. I don't understand it.
I mean,
But
if
they're out there. I think it's just too much alcohol. People pregame too hard and they show
Yeah,
up.
that's a
and
good
they,
point.
And they forget how loud they are.
And they pour the drinks kind of heavy here.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Typically, that's a good thing, but
It is, but whenever people are like,
yeah.
and it's like Friday Late Show, they're
Parker,
already drunk.
Are you from here?
I'm from a small town called Eastland.
Eastland. Do you know where that is?
No, I don't. I grew up in Everman.
Do you know where Abilene is?
Yes.
Okay, so it's about
We don't-
45 minutes outside Abilene.
John, we don't consider that Texas.
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that's too far. It's like San Antonio, not Texas.
Not Texas?
No. Abilene, not Texas.
So it's like a.
It's
a
like
square-
Houston. We stop around Houston, Austin,
right.
Austin, Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth.
That's it. The three
That's
main
it.
three.
Yeah, El
right there.
Paso, not
No,
also
that's-
not Texas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. It's a gigantic state.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, good Lord, when I moved here, I moved to California and then back. I remember driving on, it's either Interstate 10 or 40. I forgot which one.
40.
I think both of them go through Texas.
I think they
Yeah.
I think all roads go through Texas. And I remember driving and hitting Texas, going like, all right, man, I'm halfway home. 2 days later, I am still in Texas.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think you can drive 11 hours and still be in Texas if you go from tip to tip.
Yeah, good Lord, it's
Yeah,
gigantic.
ridiculous.
Everything is 2 hours away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It all is, yeah.
He's got parents here seeing him tonight.
I
And
do.
you were telling me before we started this podcast that this is the first time that your mom
Yeah.
will see you.
This is the first time my mom's going to see my stand up, and you guys have seen my act, and you know I talk about
Yeah.
her in the show.
Yeah.
She has no idea. She has
Are you nervous?
no idea. Part of me, I don't know. I'm excited to do it, but part of me is wondering, like, how's this going to go? Like, I don't know. It's going to be fun. I mean,
It's a different. I remember the first time I did my show when my parents showed up.
yeah.
It's everything for me. It might be different for you. I was way more nervous. I was way more conscious of every word that I said because they brought their Sunday school class.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Those are their
Well-
friends. Their friends are the Sunday school. So
Wow.
they were up there in Raleigh, and here comes like 8 of them, and they were late. I was like, you can't do this back row Baptist stuff at a comedy club. You guys are sitting in the middle of the room. Everyone sees you. I have to talk about you now. I remember it being different and scary and nervous, and then I got over it within the first 5 minutes.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
You forget.
No, I'm not nervous. Because also my mom and I have a really good relationship.
Yeah,
If
if what you're saying on stage is true, I cannot wait to meet her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
awesome. She's awesome, and I'm telling you, she, we like there's no language barriers with us. She raised me like when I talk about being real with my kids and using that kind of language and just being. I'm not clean at all like that, and me and my mom even like cuss around each other all the time. Like there was never like, of course, when I got older, I did, and so. like my mom will just straight up call me a bitch.
Yeah.
Like, and she's like 66, 67 years old. I'll walk by her and I'll be staying with her for like 3 days and she'll go, hey, you ever gonna take out this trash, bitch? And I'll be like, okay, mama God. And she'll push me and be like, oh, like she's gonna fight me or something. I'll just go take out her trash. So our relationship's not a typical, mother-son relationship. So her hearing me say terrible things or say she's gonna laugh, probably be shocked that I'm saying it.
Do you think she'll like not heckle but like respond to you like that's not true or whatever?
I don't know.
Like, you watch it, bitch, or like actually play along? Or?
She might a little bit,
Okay.
yeah. And you know what I'm really looking forward to the most, what I have the most anticipation about, is after I finish that joke, and then I go into the part where she sounds like the guy, Carl from Sling Blade. After I do that impersonation and I finish completely roasting my mom, I'm going to point her out in the crowd and be like, it's the first time my mom has ever heard that joke live, give her a hand or whatever.
Nice.
And I'm looking forward to seeing her. I don't know where she's going to be. I hope I can see her. You only get a few rows that you can see, you know.
What are the odds that Billy Bob Thornton is also here tonight?
Oh, that would be amazing.
And then he stands up. Like, oh, it's dead on. That's you have a great Sling Blade. That's one of my favorite movies. Have you seen Sling Blade?
I have not.
Oh, it's
great.
one of the greatest movies.
You'll
of all
get
time.
around to it eventually. It's great. Billy Bob Thornton kills it.
It's essentially a movie in that you kind of root for the killer
Nice.
in a weird
those.
way.
He's the good guy.
But he's the guy who killed people or killed someone.
In the end,
Anti-hero.
he
Yeah.
did, yeah. God, what's the country music singer I'm thinking of?
Dwight Yoakam.
Dwight Yoakam.
Dude,
Did a great job in that movie.
That guy is a phenomenal actor.
He was really good.
Really good.
I remember I saw that movie. I was like, "What the hell? What's Dwight Yoakam in this?"
Me too. Thought
And
the
I
same
like
thing.
his music.
Yeah.
Guitars and Cadillacs,
Yeah.
hillbilly music. He's got some good songs. But I was like, "Oh, I don't know if I could enjoy this now," because I'm thinking it's like, "There's Dwight Yoakam," and then I forgot about like in the 5 minutes. I'm like, oh,
And then
he's really
I
good.
was like, oh, that's why he wears a hat all the time.
"Yeah, that's right."
I thought that. I was like, oh, if I
Nail
look like-
pattern baldness.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like my favorite lines is like, "We don't need to practice, Randy. What we need is a paying gig." Like
And then when he throws, and then when that little boy starts throwing shit at him, wham, wham, Dwight Yoakam's down there like, okay, shit, okay, Jesus Christ. That little kid's about to whoop his ass. That's a great movie.
Have you ever met Dwight Yoakam?
No,
I opened up for him one time at a college gig,
really.
and I was like, "Oh, dude, that's." And this was after Sling Blade. I was like, I can't wait to tell him how much I love him.
Yeah.
And then there was like no communication. There was like, okay, so it was like in a big, it was like a college in a gymnasium, right? So I had one locker room. That's my green room. An entire locker room to myself was my green room. I'm thinking like, oh, they'll probably come in here. I'll meet him in the green room. This is the green room. And they go, no, he's got the other locker room. You probably won't even get to talk to him. And I remember like, oh, that's a bummer because he's kind of not a dick. He's just antisocial. He's been through this before, I guess. But he did manage to come through the green room. And I was like, I just saw him walk through with the entourage. I was like, he goes, hey, kid, and then just kept walking. That was it. So he wasn't a dick.
Yeah.
But he had no reason to go out of his way to talk to me. He had a show to do.
Did he know you were the
I'm just
opener?
the guy that, I don't know. I don't even know if he saw my act because there was like an intermission after me.
Okay.
So, yeah, I wish I could have a better story about Dwight Yoakam. But I do love his music. I thought that was great. And your impression, it's great.
Thank you, man. I love it. I think Billy Bob Thornton's an amazing actor.
Yeah.
And I watched his. Have you ever seen his? What's that thing they do? Where the guy sits up there and talks to an actor in front of an audience of. What's it called?
James Lipton?
Yeah. But it's
Yeah.
called something. The Actors
Studio.
or something.
Actor
Yeah.
Studio.
Yeah.
He did that there, and James asked him. He said, "Do you ever get asked to just do that impression?" And he goes, "All the time, and
Right.
I don't do it."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Well, since you have an audience full of actors, does that change anything?" And he goes,
Interesting.
"I'll do it for you one time." Oh. And he goes from just standing, like talking like this, and becomes Carl.
Because he looks
Instantly.
totally different.
Dude, it's James was even asking him, like, did you have prosthetics?
Thank
did you
you.
do? And no, it's all. He said
just
he
sticks his
puts
jaw
his jaw
out,
out.
Look there right there. Don't you say a cross word about that boy.
You
And-
talk funny. I like the way you talk. I like the way you talk.
I think
That
like
scene
the
right
way
there,
you
they're-
talk to 'em.
The little kid with a crazy accent and him with that weird
Yeah.
are singing out how much they love the way they talk.
Yeah.
That's such a great scene.
Yeah.
You ought not talk like that. You just a boy.
Yeah, that whole.
I love it.
And so when I watched him come into that character, I kept rewinding like on YouTube and watching this over and over, and then just sort of trying to emulate what he was doing.
Man, he's one of the best.
Yeah, he's great.
I loved him in Fargo, the show.
The show.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that.
Wait a second.
Oh, dude, it was great.
The show Fargo.
Yeah. It's on FX.
Yeah, I've seen it, but I'm trying to think. They've had different seasons.
They've had 3 now.
yeah, but 3 different stories.
That's right, yeah.
Okay, I don't know if I've seen his then.
Yeah, his was season 1, but it was pretty good.
Oh, what happened in that one? Do you remember anything about it? No, I gotta
It
watch
had,
it.
I want to say,
Oh,
not
wait.
Bilbo Baggins, but
Was there a
one
guy
of
that played
them in
2
there.
different parts, like brothers?
I think so.
The guy who was, oh God, this is horrible. This is a horrible podcast right now.
Yeah, right?
The guy who
You know the
played,
guy.
Luke Skywalker. No, Obi-Wan Kenobi, the young one. Oh, the British actor. Somebody quick
don't
with
know.
the phone. Google it. All right, it's fine.
Hey, Siri.
Y'all at home, here's the thing. We can't let that go because the listeners hate that shit when you
Yep,
don't
you gotta
answer a question. Are you looking it up right
She's
now?
responding. No.
Yeah.
Who are you trying to find?
Ian
Ian McKellen.
McKellen.
There it is.
Now, was he in that season of Fargo?
I don't remember. I have no idea.
have
Now we
to
have to
find
look
out.
that up.
Will you do that real
Great.
quick?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. So Mama's coming first show.
Mama's
and then you
coming
said
first
second
show.
Who else?
Second show, my dad's entire family is coming. Wow. And my dad just died in June.
Sorry.
And yeah, thank you. And he never got to see me do stand up.
Oh man.
And he introduced me to Richard Pryor when I was 7 years old. My dad was a huge fan of stand up.
Yeah.
And a huge fan of yours, by the way.
That's funny.
And so he would yell at everybody, "That thing got a Hemi!" Like we'd be at a stoplight, and I'd just go, "Dad, that's a Toyota Tacoma. Leave him alone." He just screamed at it. I pulled up on my motorcycle to show him my motorcycle the first time. It's a Honda 750. He walks outside and goes, "That thing got a Hemi!"
Oh my God.
No, Dad, Dodge doesn't make motorcycles. He would just laugh. I bet I can outrun you then.
I have met many people like that who, I've done many things that I'm proud of. I have one last comic standing. I was on Harold and Kumar, Escape Guantanamo Bay, Eastbound and Down to HBO, one of my favorite shows, and I got to be on it.
Right.
But everyone cannot let go of the Hemi thing. It's one thing that will always be, and I'm not proud of it, but I'm
Right.
just more proud of other things.
Right.
So when I'll go somewhere and someone will go like, "I got a Hemi," I'm like, "Yeah, it's got a Hemi."
Do you get free trucks, though?
No, I didn't get it.
Oh,
You
man.
should fuck with them and answer them in a British accent.
Right, it's like I made the whole thing up. It's a character. I've done.
Yes.
Yes. I've perfected this redneck accent, God.
Dude, they're gonna walk away-
John Rape, and he's from Hickory. I love it.
Dude, just fuck with you. Love fucking with people. We heard
should
about
do
that.
Well, I used to kind of do that a little bit. I used to, I made up a fake story that I thought people would want to hear about how I got the commercial. I said,
Be interesting
Yeah,
to see.
man, it's crazy. I was just, when I lived in Hickory, I used to work at a Home Depot. I was outside selling roasted peanuts. And this guy rolled up, and he had a nice, I think it was like it was an old muscle car. Could have been a Avenger. I made up, I forgot what I said. Anyway, I was like, "Hey, man, that got a Hemi in it." Like that. Because I love them cars. And he goes, "Oh, my God, you're going to Hollywood," or something like that. And I go like, and people go, I go like, "You guys are stupid. Of course that didn't happen."
No, you told the real story on my podcast
Yes.
about your audition process.
Yes,
and everything.
yes.
How you just started vibrating.
I did. I'll do that on stage tonight for your dad's side of the family. If you think they want to see that.
Yeah, tell them, dude. Tell they're all fans of yours. They're a huge Dodge family. Everybody they all have Dodge, and they
Yeah, right.
hearing you, especially if you tell them. I know David's family's here tonight.
I'll do that.
They'll love that. Junior's not coming though, just so you know.
Junior's not
I
coming?
told you the guy Junior that was taking care of my dad, and you talked about the JR.
Yeah.
He's not coming. He's the only one, but there's like a whole
right.
table of 10 of them going to be there.
What'd you find out?
He's not in it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Not that season.
I don't think he's in it at all. But
God almighty, boy. He is in there. What did you look up?
I just typed in Ian McKellen Fargo, and then it wasn't included on the IMDb. So
Now I got to get to the bottom of this. You
was the
guys
name
have a
of-
conversation.
What was the
real
name of the
quick.
character that you're talking
I
about?
don't know that. Fargo TV series.
my mom used to take me to open mics because
Oh,
I
yeah?
wasn't old enough to get into bars.
Hey,
How
tell
old
me
are you
did
now?
comedy for,
I'm 25,
and you started at how old?
16.
So I didn't know they could let you. So they were letting you into comedy clubs at 16 years old.
Right. someone actually like a year in called Dallas Vice and
Dude,
said
right here. Ewan McGregor. That's who I'm
Ian
thinking of.
McGregor.
Not McKellen, McGregor.
see.
He played
Let me see.
the
He
young
is.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That's right.
And he is in season...
When you said Ian McKellen, I was
Ian
like,
McKellen?
he's like 153
Yeah.
years old. I was like,
not
what do you mean
that
a
guy.
young? I didn't want to get in on the business because I haven't seen Fargo, but I know Ian
Right.
McKellen is
Right,
like.
I forgot what season it is, but right there it is. That's him. And right there is Billy Bob Thornton.
there it is.
Listen, we're on the same side.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah,
All right.
I can admit defeat.
We can move forward now.
Yeah,
That had to be resolved because I hate when I'm listening to a podcast and something comes up and they never figure it out.
No, you'll get
Yeah.
17 emails about
Yes,
it.
you know this.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so let's talk about you for a minute.
Let's do that.
Oh, we don't
You're
have to do
25
that.
years old. How long you been doing the stand-up and the comedy?
So like about 8 years.
8 years.
Yeah,
Did you
but
start
like,
here?
Kind of on and off, just because I couldn't do it from Eastland. It's 2 hours to get here.
Got it.
And yeah, but
So you
yeah.
started, let's say, what's 25 minus 8? Quick.
No clue.
24, 25, 26. No, 25. Hang on, let me do this. 25 minus 10 is 15 plus 2. You started
17.
at 17.
Yeah, like
17.
right at it. Yeah,
See how I did that?
Yeah.
All right. So 17,
Yeah.
first time on stage where?
I had Dallas Hyenas.
Wow. So what brought you to that? Why did you decide I got to get up there?
So I actually watched that movie Funny People
Yes.
and saw
With
like,
Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Wow.
And saw the process. Like, oh, they just sit down and write jokes.
Uh-huh.
It's not like they don't make it all up. So
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. Some of my funniest shit happens off the top of my head. I
It
think
does,
ours
but
do
then you
too.
go like, oh, I got to keep that for next time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember the first time I saw a comedian repeat the same joke after the second show. I thought like, what?
The man behind
Right.
the curtain.
I had no.
Yeah.
You can do that. That's the thing. Like, well, hell, I could do that.
Speaking of that, real quick, do you guys, whenever you do double shows in the same night, in the middle of the second set, do you ever start thinking,
Have I repeated?
have I already done that joke?
Yes.
Yes.
And I did that last night. I was getting to and I was like, wait, I already did this. And I was like, wait, no, that was the first show.
This is in your head.
On stage, yeah, on my head. Yeah, I wasn't saying it out loud.
Yeah.
Shit, did I do this already? No, I was.
because I've done that.
That was it. Oh, really? I was in my head going, oh, wait. And I was like, wait a minute. I just got up here. There's no way I'm to that bit yet.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I repeated the joke once in the same set.
Nice.
Yeah. Because I thought, like, I did it early in the set, and then, 20 minutes later, I've had some drinks in me. I'm thinking, and I've started to do it. I was like, wait a minute. As I'm getting to the joke, I saw the train wreck coming. But the buildup was already happening. I was like, did I do this? I don't know. Well, I'm all in. Let's just keep going. And then I got it. I did it again, and I sold it like it was the first time I ever said it. Like it was all physical and everything. And as I'm doing it, I could tell the audience is looking around at each other like, does he know he's already done that? What's he? This is weird.
And then you realize
And I go like, oh, I did that one already, didn't I? And they go, yeah. I go, okay, good. You're paying attention. That's good.
That's great.
Just
Yeah.
making sure you're listening. I might do it again in another 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But it was weird. It was bizarre.
Yeah. They're like, wait a minute. Yeah.
So what made you want to get on stage? Funny
kinda-
People, the movie.
Right. Yeah. I kind of got thrown into it because I had a lytic lesion in my. on
what?
my- A
What'd you
lytic
say?
lesion. It's like a type of bone cancer.
Oh, shit.
In my
Oh,
hip.
damn.
What's it
And
called?
A lytic lesion.
A lytic.
Lytic
Yeah,
lesion.
lytic-
Like it can't
lesion.
read.
Exactly. Yeah. And so we were at Cook's Children's Hospital getting like MRIs and stuff done, and we found out that like it's fine, that everything was okay. And I was like, "Hey, Mom, you know that there's an open mic tonight?" And she was like, "Yeah, you don't have cancer, so yeah, we can do whatever you want today."
So in a weird way, you've always wanted to do it. You're
Always,
a fan
yeah.
of comedy.
I started
you saw
in
Funny
magic
People.
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. You saw
And
what?
you-
I started out doing magic. I
Oh,
like
no
doing little
shit.
magic shows and shit. Yeah.
Do you know some magic tricks?
I don't have any with me, no.
Shit.
I could probably figure something out though before
Okay.
we're done.
You don't have like the close-up magic you could do, like just with like a mind trick or something?
I don't.
No?
No.
Oh, that's
yeah.
my favorite kind.
Man.
So the lytic bone cancer.
Yeah.
How did you just one day like, well, my hip hurts?
I was in football and I had torn my hamstring, and while they were looking at that, they found the lytic lesion. Yeah. Like
So
my bones are kind of hollow.
Oh, you got
Yeah.
like brittle bones.
You're like
Yeah.
a bird. You could
Exactly.
fly.
Yeah.
If you flap hard enough.
He is a superhero.
That's right.
Dude.
You are, dude. This all ties into your bit now.
Hollow
right.
Bone Man.
Yeah. I mean, think about
Hollow Bone Man, I'm lighter than I look.
At Six Flags, when they
One
guess my
gust of
weight,
wind,
they're
I'm
never
out of
right.
That's it. He can always win the money at the fairs when they guess his weight.
Yeah.
He has no bone density.
Wait, are
right.
you lighter than you look?
I think
I
I'm
mean, there's
actually-
got to be something in there.
I think
mean-
I'm heavier than I look.
What?
Right.
But your bones are hollow.
I don't know why, but
How
That doesn't
tall are
make
you?
any sense.
I'm like 5'11".
Okay, 5'11". Just real quick, just stand up real quick. I want to see how tall I think you. That's 5'11". You're not fat. You're good. That's 5'11". You are 180 pounds.
I'm going to go one. Oh, wait.
Oh,
Was he right?
he nailed it. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
180.
Yeah.
Dude.
Damn.
Oh, I should have put.
All right, do me.
Okay, you are 5'9".
7.
No shit, 5'7". You look taller.
Thank you.
You come across taller.
Well, you're sitting on a couch.
That's true.
So,
physically, right now, you are taller than
towering
me.
over you at this moment.
Wait, you're okay. 5'7". You are 169 pounds.
Don't do that thing to me that women do, where they cut off 20.
Well, no,
I'm
I
gonna
don't.
say 190.
No, hell, eat
Better guess.
190.
Better guess.
180.
185.
Okay.
Okay.
I was 212 when I moved to California.
No shit.
I've dropped 27 pounds.
How'd you do
26
that?
pounds.
What'd you do?
I just quit eating like shit. I stopped drinking sodas. I work out 3-4 days a week. I follow all John Reap's Instagram posts.
That's right.
Like, if a guy from Hickory can get in the gym, damn it, I'm going to do it. And I drink these instead of sodas. I drink water. If I have to.
is a soda.
No, it's not though. There's no sugar and there's no.
No, but it's soda. It's
got the
carbonated
cola-
water.
Right, but it's got the. I'm saying I don't drink like Coke or Dr
I got
Pepper.
you. And most
But this-
people, that's what I hear when they say I stopped drinking sodas. I'm like, well, you mean sugar? So.
You're right. I cut
Yeah.
that sugar out because this still gives you that cola bite, like you're drinking something
Yeah, right,
soda
yeah.
without the crap that comes with it. And my excuse used to be, well, I'm on the road a lot doing comedy or on the road doing a tour for my show. Then I have to eat Wendy's. I have to eat Whataburger. I have to eat whatever. Yeah, you do. But I'll now get a grilled chicken sandwich and a bottle of water. No fries, no bacon,
Right.
no Coke. You know,
Yeah,
it's
over
little
time.
decisions like that. You just got to commit to it and just stick with it. There's no
You're right.
secrets.
It's for me, it's baby steps like that too, and the timing is always bad. Like we like to eat at night, 2 in the morning.
That's when we're done working.
I know it's like, but the reward.
Yeah, and
My
also-
reward to myself is I'm gonna pig out on some greasy ass food right now.
And I'll tell you too, my dad dying unexpectedly of a heart attack because he didn't take good care of himself.
He like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All the
So
time.
you saw the writing on the wall for yourself.
Yeah. I mean, when your dad goes, you're like, well, I'm next. Like there's literally
Yeah.
I'm next
Right,
in
yeah.
line,
Right.
and it just makes the world seem like okay, maybe I need to get my shit together.
Yeah.
So that's part of it too.
Yeah. Well, good.
Yep.
Same here. What's your excuse?
Yeah. What the hell are you doing, fatty? What are you doing?
I'm still eating like trash.
Well, look, at 25, you can eat anything.
Well,
now.
that metabolism, yeah, he's
I'm
going
gonna
all right.
write
So
it
you were
out.
playing football,
Right.
and you felt something bad in your hip.
That's right.
You said, "Mama, let's get this looked at." They said you got an illiterate lesion.
That's right. No, literally.
We're gonna take this thing out, or did
Yeah.
they take it out?
They didn't take it out. They just
It was
pretty
benign.
much kept an eye on it.
It's
yeah.
a benign.
Yeah.
It's-
It just kind of ate at my bones for a little while.
And then
yeah.
it
just went away.
It got full.
Yeah.
It got full.
It got
and
full. Yeah.
He said, "I'm done eating you."
It just it
Yeah.
ate the insides, it left the outside. That's
Because
why you
they
gotta-
know
Yeah.
it knew he needed that. part.
right.
Yeah. You need a hip bone.
So okay, then you thought like, "Hey, Mom, I've been wanting to do stand up. Now I got something to talk
Yeah.
about. Let me
Right.
get up there and do it." I saw Funny People where he was dying, and
Exactly. Yeah.
right.
Pretty much. Yeah.
And then how was
exactly.
that first time at Hyenas?
I went up at 1 a.m. at the
Oh,
end of the
shit.
list.
Did you have stuff
And
written?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
I had I talked about how my mom would make me help her in the yard and how she would always change her mind after I finished the job. That was the bit, yeah. And,
keep it going.
Yeah.
Was she there?
She was there, yeah. She had to go until I turned 18.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot. There's like Bill Hicks had to sneak into comedy
Yeah.
clubs, right?
Yeah.
I want to say it's like Sam Kinison too started.
Right.
it.
I think so
Yeah.
too.
Well, he was a preacher's son.
Yeah.
And that's
as
what
am
you
I,
are.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you. You guys.
Checking the boxes.
Well, yeah, that's great. Well, good luck, man.
Thanks, man.
It seems to be going really well. I like. For those of you, everyone listening, you can't see us, but you know what I look like. You probably know what David looks like.
Google it.
Google it.
Just Google any random Nazi, and that's about it right there.
Yeah, go watch the American Heroes channel.
Yeah, that's it.
You've got to look too. you got a joke about the Spider-Man.
That's right.
Yeah,
And your name is actually Parker.
And your name is
Agreed, yeah.
Parker.
But you know what's funny? Yeah, can I tell this
Yes,
part, John?
please.
So we're in the back of the room the first time you go up, and John and I are back there, and John leans over and he goes, he kind of looks like if Peter Parker and Clark Kent had a baby.
Yeah.
Right.
You got like this superhero innocent before the suit comes off
Yeah.
and you see the cape.
And then I walk to the back of the room, and I'm probably, John's over on the side, and I'm at the very back, so we can't talk to each other. And then you nail it with that bit talking about Spider-Man, before he got bit.
Yeah,
Me and John
yeah.
just go,
yeah, we look right across and it was like,
hey, we point like,
I was
yeah,
so happy
he
that you
nailed it.
acknowledged it because I like people who are self-aware, right?
Yeah.
I know I'm a ginger and I got a tiny mouth and no lips and I sound
There
like
it
an
is.
idiot, but I'm aware of it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't like it when people get up there and they're like, they think they're one thing and they
Yeah.
have no idea
You gotta-
what the crowd's thinking.
That's what Hollywood will teach you. Know your
Yeah.
know your type. 'Cause
Yep.
You could go into any audition thinking you're something, and if they don't
Like
see
they
you
go,
that way,
nope.
doesn't matter. Know your type and play it.
yeah, and
Yeah.
you got to have some thick skin.
The first words out of my mouth on stage are "Everyone thinks I'm gay." So yeah.
I kept seeing people come up to you when we were
Yeah,
all taking
yeah.
pictures going, are you gay? Are you gay?
Yeah,
Are you gay?
they-
And people were fist bumping me going, don't worry, I'm not a Nazi.
yeah.
Because of my whole bump in, bump out joke.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, so how's it been going over the last 8 years?
Good.
Are you featured ever, or are you mostly
I've
emceeing?
featured some here, just like every once in a while when they need someone.
Yeah?
But yeah,
What's your job? I mean, but you're not full time yet, are you?
I work at a hotel. I work
Yes.
front desk.
Where? Which one?
The Hilton, the Homewood Suites. Yeah.
Homewood
Oh.
Suites.
Yeah.
I'm a Diamond Club.
Oh,
member.
really?
I'm a Hilton Honors
Nice.
member, Diamond
Dude.
level.
I am too. I was
Diamond
diamond
level.
last
Are
year.
you really?
I'm silver now. I got bumped down because
man.
I didn't travel as much.
You know about the Diamond Desk?
I might.
Anytime you need something done, you can call the Diamond
Yeah.
Desk and they'll make it happen.
Yeah.
Well, it's just the front desk. and you
No.
said-
No.
It's a
You mean like
special
a-
number.
like an 800 number.
You have a
An 800
hotline.
number.
Yeah.
Not in the hotel.
It's
That's
this
right.
one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You have a hotline.
I have it saved in my phone as H Honors. I call it and they go right in.
Yeah.
My number. And then they go, "Oh, we see here you're silver. Please hold."
Yeah.
And I go
Transfer
to a
you
robot.
into
I go to a robot. Yeah.
I love it because I'll be checking in sometimes. I'm at a Hilton here
Yeah.
this weekend, and I just John Reap or whatever. It might be under Randy, but it might be under Hyenas or whatever. They're doing stuff, and a lot of times it's associated with the club,
Right.
like all over the country, whatever. And they go like, okay, blah 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 blah, and they go like, oh, by the way, I don't know, did they put mine Hilton number in there? Because I'm also a member. They go, oh, let me see. Look at it. They go, yeah. Thank you for your welcome, Mr.
Yeah.
Here's your bottle of water right here. You got some
Yeah.
free cookies.
Here's some cookies.
Do you want me-
your parking spot right up front here.
Yeah.
I was like, where was this before?
We'll just move. We'll just tow that handicap van out of the way and let you park right here, sir. Would you like to park in the lobby? I mean, why? Why do they do that to you?
I was like, come on, man. So I there's a movie. Have you seen? God dang it! It's George Clooney, and he is traveling a lot, and he has to fire people for his job. What is that damn movie?
On it. Here we go.
Anyway, wait, Parker, you gotta say goodbye. What time is it?
It's almost time. Almost
Okay,
showtime.
ladies and
Starts at
gentlemen,
8:30.
It starts at
it starts at 8 o'clock this time.
Oh shit.
So, Parker, first of all, thank you.
Thank you for
You're a
having
very
me
funny
on,
guy.
man.
You're a nice guy. Tell people who are listening to this how they can find you.
On Instagram, I'm at Parker Comedy, and on Twitter, I'm at Parker Slavens.
There you go, folks. Thank you, brother.
Thanks, buddy.
Have a good set.
Up in the air.
We'll see. Up in the air. You got to look at that movie. Up in the air.
Up in the air.
George Clooney.
So I'm up in 15.
yeah.
All right, and I'm 25-30 tonight. Okay.
Let's wrap this up. I'll do the up in the
All
air
right.
thing, and then we'll move on. Because look at us, Diamond members.
Diamond.
Who would
Well,
have known?
I was diamond member
Silver
for
diamond.
one
You'll get
whole
back
year.
there.
One whole year. I experienced your lap of luxury that one time.
George Clooney has my favorite line in this film, where he's at a hotel and he's checking in, and there's the lane. There's a special lane for the Diamond Club members or the Hilton
Yep.
owners. There's a lane, and no one's in that lane. But the other regular lane is like squirreled around. It's like there's
Yeah.
like 20 people standing there, and Clooney just walks right up to the front desk in the special lane for members, and everyone's looking at him like, "Oh, really? You're just gonna?" And they walk over and start waiting. I'm like, "Really, sir?" And he pulls out a pamphlet of the membership and goes like, "Here, you should join. It's a great program. Membership has its privileges." And I go like, "Oh, I'm using that." We're getting rewarded for our loyalty.
Yeah,
so
membership
I have no
has its
shame in
privilege.
my game when I
Yeah,
do that.
me
stuff.
either. Me either.
Okay, dude, hilarious, fun times. Thanks for
man.
doing the podcast.
Thanks so much,
We
man.
have to, folks. We have to go. do our job.
I'm gonna go jump on stage.
We gotta get on stage.
right in a
Gotta
minute.
get pre-gamed. You got family here.
Dude, my mom's out there right
You're
now. that
psyched. I
means-
don't know, do you want to set up a camera?
Shit.
Both shows are sold out. We got to get our game face on. So,
Yep.
good to have you. Thank you. How can people find you?
DavidCSmalley.com. David C. Smalley on Twitter. David C. Smalley on Instagram.
There you go, folks. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Good times. Love that place. Y'all need to go. If you're ever in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, check out Hyena's Comedy Club. It's great. It's gigantic. And like I said, they got the karaoke right there. I love me some karaoke. You know this about me. So anyway, thanks again for listening. Don't forget to rate us, review us, subscribe, and share. Rate, review, subscribe, and share. 2 R's, 2 S's. Rate, review, subscribe, and share. Tell a friend, and mostly I hope you have an amazing weekend, and happy Friday, everybody.
And the radio up, I like to see the sunrise. See the love in my woman's eyes. Feel the touch of my precious child. And no mother's love